Good morning, friends. I thought that I would vlog today. I have class in about 30 minutes. Woke up a little bit late, but yeah, I'm just gonna bring you guys along with me today. I do have class, like I said, from about 9 to 3 probably. So I will show you bits and pieces here and there. Beautiful friends, I am headed to the gym right now because I got out of class a little early. There was a mix-up with presentations, so I have a 2-hour block. So I'm gonna be effective with my time, get in some cardio, do a HIIT workout, and then come back for class. Hey guys, so as you can see, doing cardio right now. Like I said, I do a Q&A. So snacks that travel well are things that are usually packaged, so like dried fruit, nuts, granola bars, chips if you want chips, basically anything that's like a snack food. However, I would say that sometimes it's better to just wait until you get there, see what they have in grocery stores around you. Sorry, I'm like super out of breath. But yeah, you can always order online or like have your parents take you to Costco before they leave when they're dropping you off. I'm not gluten-free, so I don't have many gluten-free suggestions, but dried fruit and nuts, always my go-tos. And thank you for your really kind and encouraging comment. Also guys, funny story, I spilled coffee all over my bag. So one sock is soaked in coffee. Tried to rinse it out as best I could, but by the end of my workout, it just might be smelling like coffee. I just got summoned for jury duty, and yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. I will figure this out. Guys, so I got out of class early and I'm drinking a smoothie with my friend Nina.
Hello fans. Pearl's fans, not my fans.
camera. So we're gonna go work on our public health project right now. There's the hospital where I work. Hello friends, we are making slow but steady progress on this thing. I only answered one of the questions in my Q&A while I was doing cardio because I was so out of breath. So I will answer one question right now. Let me see. How do you do a Q&A while doing cardio? Well, we figured out that I can't. I was on the Stairmaster though, I wasn't running. Also, what's your favorite form of cardio? Running. Have you always been into fitness and physical activity? Since I was like 14 maybe? Have you ever did absolutely nothing and hated all exercise? Yes, when I was a kid, I literally just read all the time. I hated being outside, was not a fan. How do you balance exercise with school? You prioritize it. It's so easy for me to think, well, I could save an hour, exercise isn't technically crucial at this moment, I'm gonna stay in the library in my room instead because it saves time. Honestly, you really do have to prioritize. And Nina will tell you the same. She's eating some chips right now, but she'll tell you the same. She is a D3 tennis player for our school, and she balances that with nursing, which as is, balancing nursing and like a social life is hard, but trying to do that with like traveling every weekend, like ultimately you have to manage your time really well. That's what it comes down to. And you know, you're gonna have some weeks where you don't work out, and like that's because it's finals or you're too busy, but for the most part, if you set the habit of like waking up an hour earlier to get to the gym, or you know, going in between your class and just getting in a 30-minute workout even, like you'll see that it's really effective. And you know, you don't have to spend 2 hours at the gym. What it comes down to is just getting in your physical activity for the day, because as a student we can be so sedentary, and even just adding in like 30 minutes of like light jogging can help make a difference, not only in your physique and stuff, but more so in your mood and your mental clarity and your emotional health, all that good stuff. Hey guys, so we just finished one part of our project, so I will answer another question. Let's see. This one is asking me to talk about my vegan story. I'm not vegan. So that's my vegan story. No, but basically freshman year I just wanted to stop eating as much meat, and I just started eating a lot more vegetables, incorporating more grains, and I just felt better, I looked better, my skin was better, you know, all that stuff that they normally tell you about going on a plant-based diet, all that stuff came true. And I just believe in living as ethically as possible, and I think that that's in your control within your food choices, your clothing choices, everything. Obviously there's no way to not make a footprint environmentally or ethically, but it's I think important to recognize that the meat industry and dairy industry are incredibly abusive to animals, but so is the clothing industry, and that's something that doesn't get talked about a lot either. So anyway, yes. The person also said I could do a 50 facts video, but I think that would take way too long for me to film today, so we'll just stick with that short version of the vegan story. Hey guys, we relocated to these comfy chairs because it was raining on our way to get ice cream, so we ran back into the building. But someone asked me to talk about, oh my gosh, my eye bags are so dark right now. Someone asked me to talk about my faith and how it helped me. Basically, I mean, it's a support system, but instead of people, it's a spiritual being of some sort. I mean, that's what faith is, right? It's understanding that even though you can't see something, that it's there and that it's working. But yeah, that's my short answer to that, because I have a lot to say. But yeah, it gets me through a lot of hard times, and you know, some people have their friends as their support system. For me, it's my faith first and then my friends. That's all. It's pretty simple. Nina's looking at me.
I don't know where else to look.
Hi, Nina. Hey guys, so I just finished cleaning my room a bit, doing a bunch of chores, starting to pack because I'm moving into my new dorm for the senior year on Wednesday, so that's what I've been up to. I got a couple more questions that I thought I would answer since I didn't get to finish it in my Q&A. So, do you ever have trouble eating healthy and intuitively when you're at home versus at school? When I'm home, there's so much junk around and I'm all for that in moderation, but I can't help myself and just go crazy with it and overeat, and it stresses me out. Thanks. Hi friend, I know exactly what you mean and exactly how you feel. I struggled with that a lot too. I think a big part of it is just being mindful of your snacking, because I know for me anyway that it's the snacks that really get to you. And just, you know, don't restrict yourself at all, but be aware, like, how many times am I getting up to, you know, refill my bowl when, you know, I've already had 3. I think it's really important to rein yourself in, and, you know, it's not to be mindful of like, oh my gosh, my body's gonna get bigger because of this. You know, that it's not about that. It's about listening to, you know, your hunger cues and saying, am I actually really hungry? Do I actually need more? And if you are hungry, like, go eat something else maybe. You know, you don't want to fill up on chips because that's just, it's not satisfying. Chips aren't a meal. So that's my best advice that I can give you. And, you know, don't get down on yourself because you only get to visit home from school every so often, you know? So just enjoy your time with your family and really be kind to yourself. Next person asks if I have a fitness tracker to recommend. I'm looking for something that will track my steps but also has a GPS for running things. I am not the person to ask. I personally use just a plain stopwatch. They're like $20 on Amazon, and I use the Nike Run app for my GPS. So yeah, I can direct you to some really great runners who have GPS watches. Musings of Lulu and Running on Smoothies and Champions Are Made are all great resources, and they can probably help you figure out what kind of watch you need. And if not, they can at least point you to resources and advice, okay? Anyway, that is the rest of my Q&A. This concludes my Q&A. One more thing. Half Guard Around the World is the Tumblr username of my friend Milan, and I have been friends with this guy since my junior year of high school, so almost 5 years now. So he wanted a shout out, so this is your shout out, Milan. Everyone, you should go follow him because he's a really awesome person. And yeah, that is all, I think. So I'm just gonna close this vlog. Thank you guys for participating in my Q&A. It was actually a lot more successful than I thought it was. I thought like one person would ask a question, but there were a good handful of you. So anyway, until next time.